All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to welcome you guys to day number 4 of the Redlands Bicycle Classic. My name is Chad Andrews. I'll be joined by Lauren Hall in just a minute.
Hi.
Hi-ya. I guess will join me right now. Hey, ladies, real quick. We're going to do some pre-race announcements, and then we're going to get on the pop-in circumstance. Cool?
Thank you. Welcome to stage 4 of the Arrowhead Orthopedics Criterium. Today, you will be racing for 75 minutes. Lap cards will be shown at 10 to go. We have a few intermediate sprint competitions at 60 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 minutes with a time bonus, and 5 laps to go. Riders pulled by the officials will be given a prorated time and placed accordingly. Free laps end at 5 to go. Any riders with a mishap must report to the pit and will be given a time by the officials. Good luck to everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, for our first presentation, I'm going to turn it over to Scott Welsh, of course. We're going to do the City of Redlands.
Good afternoon, Redlands, and welcome to World Class Racing. We are partners with the City of Redlands. This is the City of Redlands stage race, and this is a race that was founded by a very smart and talented, very, very young mayor in 1985 named Carol Beswick. And this race has been going on for 40 years because of the support. And in addition to Carol, Peter Brandt, who was really race operations and was the only guy in town who knew about bike racing. And so we're very grateful for our founding member. And who knew that we'd be standing here 40 years later? I think I'll stand back here. Who knew that we'd be standing here 40 years later and continuing the longest running stage race in American history, the longest continuously running stage race. And it's due to the fact that we stand on the shoulders of more than 300 volunteers and a host of fantastic community sponsors that provide us funding so that you can come and your families can come and watch a completely free world-class sporting event. So, ladies, give a round of applause to the City of Redlands. Today we are represented by City Councilman Eddie Tejeda and Paul Barrich and Mayor Pro Tem Mark Shaw, who also happens to be the Executive Director of the Redlands Bicycle Classic and is one of those who pours their heart and soul into making this race what we know it to be today. And so on behalf of 300 volunteers, we say thank you to our founders, and we thank you to the City of Redlands and to a fantastic crew and city management who put so much time and effort and funding into this fantastic world-class event.
Thank you, Scott. I just want to say one thing. There's a running joke that when this race started, it was called the Redlands Bicycle Classic. Well, now 40 years later, it truly is a classic, but it was audacious of us at the time. So thanks for all your support, and Peter and I couldn't be happier to see this still going on.
Thanks, Carol. All due to you. And for 40 years, so thank you. So please put your hands together for the City of Redlands. Without their support, we wouldn't exist. Races come to go, and Redlands stays because of our partnership with the City of Redlands. Thank you so much.
All righty, we're going to grab a snapshot. Once again, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the City of Redlands. Great presentation. Thank you very much. Well, Scott and Mark, I'm going to send you guys a special person.
Got it. Yeah.
All right, so now we've got this. Hey, I'm going to send you guys a good friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, elite racer, and become a great, great commentator. All these women here know her. We're going to do a presentation with this year's legend, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Hall with Scott and Bart.
Well, folks, this is truly a pleasure. This race has had some legendary folks. In 2006, we created the Legend Award to honor a person who raced at Redlands, who gave in and out of the sport, who's well respected, who has done some things on and beyond racing, and we couldn't have found a better candidate, someone who is beloved in the peloton and is also instrumental and very important outside as the philanthropic director for USA Cycling, who helps support many of the racers who are here, and really a foundational effort for the sport of cycling. Lauren Hall is somebody who has a great race palmarès. She won a race in Belgium, one of the hardest races invented, called Ghent-Wevelgem, in what year?
2014.
2014, was a national team member on the World's team, got second on Sunset in Redlands in the past, raced many years, but more importantly, and probably her best attribute, is she brings real joy to the sport. You can tell every time she cracks open the mic that she is speaking from joy. So we are so honored to have her in our presence and as part of our team, and to have her come back each year and commentate on all of cycling and to represent the fantastic women in our sport. And by the way, with over 150 women at the start line on Wednesday, it's the largest field in the history of the Redlands Classic. So thanks, ladies, for working hard and coming to Redlands. And we can't think of a better legend to represent all of sport and you in Lauren Hall.
Say a couple words? In English.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Redlands means so much to me. I mean, this community, the host housing, all the volunteers and staff, to be able to come back to this race year after year and to now see this peloton so strong with all these amazing women. Thank you guys so much for what you do, and it is a huge honor of mine when Scott called me, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better. From racing to commentating to philanthropy, Lauren Hall does it all for the sport of cycling. All right, you guys, we do have one more special presentation. Going to turn it over to Mark. We're going to do the Arrowhead Orthopedics. At this time, want to congratulate those guys for being huge at their 2026 Redlands Bicycle Classic. Think we've gobbled those guys up? Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, Arrowhead, hugely instrumental in putting on and being a part of the 2026 Redlands Bicycle Classic. Mark?
All right. Thank you, Chad. Hey, Redlands, we're super pleased to have Arrowhead Orthopedics as one of our key sponsors. Fortunately, today we have Dr. John Steinman and Dr. Jim Matico, and they are here to accept on, and Paul Burton. Sorry, Paul. And they're here to accept this award on behalf of Arrowhead Orthopedics. And we're going to let Jim Matico say a couple words.
We are a medical specialty dedicated to restoring our patients' ability to participate in activities like cycling. So this is a perfect fit for us. We are honored to participate again. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Arrowhead Orthopedics. All right. Go ahead and
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for our call-ups. I'd like to identify some of the top women in our field. So we've got the intensity ramping up, but guess what? Probably one of the most important things in America is that we bring out our color guard and we also do our national anthem. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring our color guard. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you are able, please rise, remove your hats for our national anthem.
We're going to repeat that. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was unbelievable. Way to get it started here, ladies and gentlemen, with our national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for our call-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, our first call-up, she's currently in your Redlands Bicycle Classic overall leaders jersey for Aegis LOE, Lauren Stevens. Our next call-up, she's in your best young riders jersey, racing for CCB Kinetic, Kat Sarkisov. In our climbers jersey, racing for Speed Block Turin, please welcome Kira Payer. Up next, in your green Sprinters jersey, racing for Virginia Blue Ridge 2028, Olivia Cummins. Currently residing second overall for Virginia's Blue. In seventh place overall for Analog, Cynthia Pham. In eighth place for Speed Block Turin, Alexi Snover. In ninth for Aegis, LOE, Grace Arlinson. In 10th place overall, please welcome Fortail. Give it up for Maya Aaron Arambari. And hold it, ladies, just 1 second. Your stage 2 winner, your current U23 national champion from Redlands. Give it up for Ella Sabo. Ladies, to the line, please. Good luck to you all. Hey, Redlands, are you guys ready for a pro women's race? Lauren, is that going to suffice?
No way. Come on, Redlands. Let's go. What do we got right here for these women?
Coming from the legend. Timers, are we ready? Officials, we're ready. Green light. Ladies, we have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There they go. All right, welcome you guys to Redlands, day number 4 for the pro women. It has been a slobber knocker of a week with Lauren Stevens taking the overall yesterday for Aegis LOE. Hey, Lauren, did you have a hard time getting back through the stage?
What?
Trying to get through that door. We've been giving Lauren a bunch of grief all week long because we love her. My mom always says, Lauren, if I'm not teasing you, I don't love you.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Lap number 1, Lauren. Looks like Virginia's
Yes,
Blue Ridge
please.
is all over the front of this bike race.
Guess who? We wouldn't have picked anybody else to be on the front other than Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028, led by Sophia Areola, followed by Emily Ulrich.
Do you get the sense that, well, you talked to some of the people at the Virginia Blue Ridge camp. Did you get a sense that they were going to start this race and assert their dominance quickly, or is it just a first lap, keep everybody safe?
100% first lap. Keep everybody safe. If anyone side, how do you do that? Get at the front, fan across that inside, control the pace, control the line.
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking the first couple laps. It's like everybody's trying to get their crit legs back because a lot of stage racers don't do, well, if you were raised in the U.S., you did a lot of crits. But when you go to Europe and you go over there and race a lot and then come back here, racing a crit is like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Let me get my recalculations and bearings straight. Tell us a little bit about that feeling, Lauren. Going to Europe, then coming back here and racing a criterium.
Yeah, it's completely different, right? We like to call this type of racing NASCAR-esque. A little bit of bumping is okay, and that's something you got to get used to and train your central nervous system to get used to, and hopefully know whereabouts your teammates are and how to play the game and how to do the sprints and what that feels like is crucial, and it is completely different than being over in Europe.
Crucial is the good word. Hey, why don't we've got so many preems, which if you don't know what a preem is, it's a race inside of the race, and we've got Smith family donating gourmet pizza. Gosh, the list goes on. This is amazing. Epic Engineers, Mr. Comfort Cyclery.
While we have a quiet moment, I'd like to say if you have lost a cellular phone near the porta potty by the climbing wall, it is here at the stage.
Well, this is the knocked on the front. That looks like Riley McMullen on the front. Nope. Kenna Pfeiffer, one of the up-and-comers in the Virginia Blue Ridge stable. I think if I remember correctly, Ken is also from California.
A former speed skater.
Yep.
So you want to talk about someone trying to pick a line, and her director actually came up earlier today and said, exactly the plan that is being executed right now.
Yeah, and there's so we've got translation sports that many people played. They got injured and they used cycling as rehab. Soccer is one. Speed skating is one. Tell me, can you remember one speed skater that was really good back in your day and just before you?
Claire Hughes.
And?
Eric Hyden.
Teresa Cliff Ryan.
Inline skating, completely
It's
different.
skating.
No, it's different. Not speed skating. It's different.
Okay, we're not going to argue about this. Skating is skating.
Also, rowers.
All right, we're going to do junior women podium now. Well, we want to thank the Smith family for donating $100 cash to the $100, Lauren, $100 cash. $100 cash on the next lap. And again, we want to thank our good friends, the Smith family, Gail Smith, thank you so very much for giving us $100. So the winner of the next lap is going to get $100. Compliments of our good friends, the Smith family. So Lauren is over here. We're just going to call her Legend for the rest of the day. So Legend is over here, and we've got some sprint points. So Lauren, are these for the overall? Are they for the climber? Or who are these? Who is this piece of paper for?
The sprint points. A red jersey is for the best climber, and then we've got a gray jersey for our best amateur young rider jersey. So the race within the race, which is always a lot of fun because it definitely shakes up things and helps bring other teams to the forefront of what we're talking about here today.
All right, so we went out cash for the Smith family. Then in a minute, in a minute, we are going to be going over. Well, I don't want to say the word now because that'll confuse our racers. All right, great to see our youngsters from the USA, the Collegiate Elite team. Ava Wilson right there on the attack. Oh, this thing is already starting to turn out pretty peppy. All right, coming up next, we're going to ring the bell for a sprint points.
Currently leading the sprints competition, Olivia Cummings, 24 points. Lauren Stevens and Alexi Snover are tied for second at 12 points apiece. And Camille Laflamme, also speed block Tarun, 8 points back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow this race live on your cell phone, we are streaming this race live on YouTube on the website, redlandsclassic.com.
And just as a warning, too, if you're watching it, more than likely there's going to be a small delay. So you have to get your eyes adjusted to that.
But you could be on the front stretch right
Redland,
here.
you can go to the website. What's that?
Redlandsclassic.com.
Redlandsclassic.com.
I just said it. Were you not listening to me?
Look at Proud Papa up here.
Here we go. Point slap. Next lap. Olivia Cummings right in position on her teammates' wheel. Olivia Cummings right there with Emily Ehrlich.
And on top of that, we want to thank our good friends from Gourmet Pizza, throwing out $100 for the winner. So again, we've offered up 7, 5, 3, 2, and 1 points for our Sprinters jersey, and then the winner gets $100 cash from our good friends at Gourmet. So again, these are points. These are extremely important to our sprinters. Who you got, Laura?
I got Olivia Cummings. I want to see her keep that jersey. Lauren Stevens is going to go for the overall win. I can't imagine she's going to spend the energy after it.
Well, there you have it. It's like you've done this before or something. Here's a great point that Lauren brought up. Being an experienced bike racer, and if you're in the green jersey and you hear a point scream, you're going to go for it. And that's exactly what Virginia's Blue Ridge wants to do. Still waiting patiently. They went through, Cummins grabbed the cash, kept right on rolling. So it looks like we got Virginia's Blue Ridge and Speed Block Turin. To chase. Check. Speed Block Turin. Check. Virginia's Blue Ridge. unchecked Legion. And that's exactly why Legion's having to chase. Lauren, so here's what's happened so far. And Olivia Cummins, she's wearing a green jersey. But I want to explain to the fans, she's not wearing her team's jersey. She's wearing the sprinter's jersey. Also, Speed Block Turn in the pink, they're up the road. So the top dominant teams were missing one. What team is that? Legion. So they would have to do what?
We gotta chase.
Gotta chase.
And if anybody wants a sprint finish, it's Legion. You've got two
Oh.
of the best sprinters known. The Schneider sisters knew how to throw it down back in the day. Can they do it again?
Well, the youngest Schneider learned, she's been on the podium already this week.
It's true.
So there you have it. Hey, Lauren, let's do a gourmet pizza preem and a primate Afilitanos preem on the next lap as well.
Just like you were saying, who missed out? It was Legion of Los Angeles, and who was sitting third wheel? It was
Sky Schneider. Good eyes. So Skylar and Sam, the Schneider sisters, have been, I remember calling races when Sky was less than a junior. She was a wee little lass. And now she's raced in Europe. She's back.
Hey, if you're feeling the music, shake your bum.
All right, this lap, I messed up, missed the opportunity. But this lap, we're going to race 2 places. Primate A-Flame Gourmet Pizza, $100 a piece, Lauren.
Preem next lap, ladies. Merchandise Preem next lap. Preem next lap, ladies.
All right, if you're new to the sport, a preem is a race inside of a race. So you ring the bell, the first rider behind our lead moto will get the prize. You want to know what the overall leader is? She's wearing yellow. I mean, Lauren Stevens of Aegis LOE. .65 miles. Technical course. Hey, ladies, you've got one lap to go. One to go. You two? We should see a pretty good sprint, and we might see somebody that isn't high up in the overall go for this. Again, like Lauren and I said, we do not think that Lauren Stevens will be the one, but on the attack, that's going to be 316. Well, we know the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Emily Gilbert out of Arizona for Virginia's Blue Ridge on the attack. She's going to get the cash. Two, that's a great strategic move from our friends at Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028. They're sending riders up the road, forcing other teams to chase. Now, Emily's not high up in the overall, but if you send her up the road, that removes the opportunity for other teams to win a stage. So if you're not high in general classification, which means high up in the overall, you want to be what we call a stage race hunter, which means each stage has its own specialty. In this scenario, it's a criterium. So some of the best crit racers in our field will probably be the ones that do the best. All right, you guys, ladies, you have one more. One to go for you two. All right, ladies, you've got one to go. All right, here comes Em. She's got a big gap right now. We'll give her the time gap on the next lap, but she is rolling away in that Strom.
Emmy Gilbert going up the road right there out of Tucson, Arizona. Talk about having a great place to train all winter. To come into this race extremely strong.
Well, we are already at 20 seconds. 25 seconds. So we're looking at 30. Riley McMullen up there acting like an uncle at Christmas, uninvited guest. She's going to be up there and try to slow this entire chase down because her team.
Stevens, does that put enough pressure on the Aegis team? If you look at that Aegis team, you're seeing that they are not very well organized in this crit. We saw 2 or 3 at the back of the peloton. Lauren Stevens is probably pretty savvy and up in the middle front end of that peloton. Does that put enough pressure on them to chase, try and get organized? We'll see.
Yep, well said. This has got to be the most preems I've ever seen in my entire life. Between points and preems, lots of preems. Thank you, ladies. Good job. All right, so the next one is a points preem and another $100 cash for the winner. Points sprint. Point sprint. Point sprint. Point sprint. I tell you what, she may be slight, but she is so fast.
Look at that gap, Chad.
Like, but what do you do? On the next lap, points. So now, Lauren.
I was looking to see where Olivia Cummings was. She was sitting fifth wheel. Now look, there are still points for second, third, fourth, fifth place on the line. So her teammate Amy Gilbert will gobble up those first points, and then let's see if Olivia can't spot in for second and continue her reign on the green jersey.
Did you notice what team was on the front now, 5 deep? As Aegis was on the front.
I was so focused on finding Olivia, I did not see that.
Yep.
But again,
Well, that's why we're a team.
it's a long race yet to go. One rider off the front. We'll see.
Do you think it's too early for Aegis to get up there in the front and protect?
No.
Or are they trying to bring it back and maybe upset the apple cart?
No, not at all. I would think Lauren Stevens is definitely going to use as many of her teammates soon as possible. Leave it up to herself to be a savvy, strong rider that she is to cover anything that's of actual threat.
As all these women are high-level pros, is there any itchiness if you're on the opposite? Oh, God, there goes a chance at the win.
It's definitely a missed opportunity. But again, we talk about how much longer this crit is versus all the other crits in the United States. There's time. Don't panic.
Well, we'll watch the clock. There she gobbles up the points and the cash.
Every single director, every single lab will clock that gap back to the peloton, know what that is, monitor it, talk to their team, let them know, are we good with this or are we not good with this? Coming up for the point stream. Olivia Cummings just getting pipped right there. Fast speed block to Rune.
So Camille did. In the leader's jersey for the sprint. So she'll get 10, 7, 5 points? 5. Ten, 7, 5, 3, and 1. the cat and mouse game that is elite pro cycling. We're going to get the best way to tell whether she's having success or not is the clock. Is the gap increasing or decreasing? All right, there goes Cummins. That's 3 seconds. And that's 10 seconds. Five seconds. Ish. 25 seconds. Scott Schneider on the front, trying to bring that back.
And local legend Ella Sabo sitting second wheel. Redlands' hometown sweetheart.
Which team does she race for?
Virginia Blue Ridge 2028.
So why is she sitting second wheel?
Discourage any chasing.
Discourage. I like that word, discourage. Pretty appropriate. Discourage the chase. Back in the day, we used to call it blocking. I don't like that word. But it's true. You're trying to block the chase.
Whatever you want to call it.
And something we haven't talked about the wind. There is a pretty big tailwind, and that's something that these women are going to have to take in consideration. So it was 25 seconds. Let's see if Gilbert's got herself more than that. We're going to get the So she crosses at 22.
Oh, that's a lot closer than last lap.
That is
Chad.
definitely not 22. Speed block Turin now taking a turn. Nope, now it's 13. 13 seconds.
And when you see a peloton like this, all strung out, single file essentially, that means the effort is there, the pace has been put down. She's coming back.
All right, so let me ask you this. If Gilbert is brought back, what happens next?
Send another one.
Who's going to send another one?
I'm guessing Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028.
And then if you're on another team and you see them send, what are you going to do?
You better cover it and be on it.
Be on it like doggone it. Why is that? You want to have the maximum opportunity to win the race. And if you are not aware that Virginia Blue Ridge is going to counterattack if their teammate is brought back, you didn't come with your A game today. They already missed one opportunity. Speed Block Turn and Legion better not miss the second one. Aegis, that's a tougher one.
Especially with Speed Block Tarun sitting so high up in the sprints competition point, you could definitely count that pressure. If you don't send Olivia up the roads, then you send one of these other sprinters that's in the sprint classification, then the tables kind of turn a little bit. You put the pressure back on Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028. The games.
Spoken like a true director sportif. Would you risk, if you're Speed Block Turin, maybe send somebody like the climber and Kira Payer?
Well, if you've been looking to see where Kira's been in the peloton in this race, it hadn't
It
been at
ain't
the front.
happening this lap? Is that what you're saying? Horses for courses.
Here comes M. Gilbert again. She needs some encouragement. Legion of Los Angeles on the front. Definitely having something to say about this as well.
All right, so the legend is going to be a bit cantankerous. Why are we going to ring the bell next lap? Why are we going to ring the bell the next lap?
We're going to give away some cream. We
That's
want
right.
this to shake up a little bit more. We want this to be a problem.
We want to give it up to RWBTC and Redlands Pottery Community Project. And it's going to be a 3-place preem. 100, 180, Lauren. 100, 100, 180 bucks. I think we've got the bell covered stem to stern. Whether we ring it or not is another story. I think she's caught on this lap. Based on everything, the vibe that I'm feeling.
Trying to look at the live stream. I missed it that lap. See what comes around the corner. There you go, Chad. Ah.
We're gonna 3-place preem cash. 3-place preem cash.
There.
So when you are away for 5 laps, you get caught and then you hit it again. That's next level bike racing right there.
She doesn't have much left. What she does have, she's going to give to her team.
We might just ring the bell every lap. Next up, sprint points. Our Vendor Village Community Alliance Medical Group. All right, we did a 3-place preem on this lap, and then, according to Marcy, we're going to go back-to-back for a point sprint.
Free live stream online on the race website, redlandsclassic.com. All together on the backstretch. Seeing Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028 amassed near the front as a team.
I really think they want to assert themselves. They readily admitted inside the camp that Lauren Stevens is really strong, but they've got a strong team. So, all right, point sprint, point sprint. Point sprint on the next lap. All right, grabbing those points. Kylie Hannell grabs the money, sorry. Followed by in second place, that's going to be 315. Oh, I missed Ella Sabo. And in third from the Redlands Bicycle Classic Committee, $80 is going to go to rider number 334, Jamie Chapman. Now, Lauren, legend, listen. I think it's going to be three entirely different people that are going to go after this.
Disagree.
You want to bet?
Are you watching the live stream?
Oh, no. Well, I don't have inside information. It's not over yet. Let's see who's going to get the cash.
Leading out her teammate Olivia Cummings. Like I said, pay attention, Chad. I don't know what you're doing over here, but there's bike racing happening, and those are points right there on the line going up the road. Olivia Cummings getting those points and securing her lead.
I got it. You know, I'm really glad that the Redlands Bicycle Classic got us a bigger stage so Lauren's head could fit on it. Oh, my gosh. So great working with Lauren, being back here in Redlands. It's been a minute since I've been back.
Almost 48 minutes of racing. Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028 at the front, taking charge. A huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, Surf Pro Team. Surf Pro Team, Jeffrey Paget is a locally owned and operated restoration company right here in our community. All right, we're going to do another preem lap this next lap through. Let these ladies know. $200 cash preem next lap. $200 cash preem from the Epic Engineers. $200 cash preem next lap from our good friends at Epic Engineers in memorandum of Eric D. Potter.
That money she made is the legend, and now she's going to give it back to our women's peloton. We have 10 laps to go. 51 minutes in, the attrition is going to start to kick in, Lauren. There's something about hearing that laps convert from minutes to laps that makes your mind go, okay,
Thank God.
I'm going to make it.
Another day.
This is going to be
I've
another
never
day in
made
the
it.
bank.
Have you ever been in a situation where it's just so fast?
Bob.
It's like, what? What? Only 6 laps are gone? 6 minutes? Well, that's how some of the regional Cat 1s and 2s are racing in the women's race. They are holding on to the tail end of a dragon. Lead moto, check. Well, we got us a group together again.
Yeah, but somebody's going to go home with $200 card cash right there. Kenna Pfeiffer.
Kenna Pfeiffer, I got to do an interview with her last year at the Maryland Cycling Classic. Youthful, exuberant. There are teams looking for wins on individual days, and there are teams that are looking for overall competitions. So essentially we have 5 races in one. Sprinter, best young rider, overall, climber, and who's going to be the future legend of Redlands Cycling Classic? I just made one up.
Stage winner.
Oh,
Because I
duh,
completed
stage
it.
winner. I knew I was missing one. Trying to protect their sprinter.
But who do we see right off the back of Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028? Lauren Stevens.
I was going to ask, is it Lauren?
Right in place.
There's something about Lauren that, and this isn't meant in a derogatory way, this is meant in the best possible way. She's sometimes hard to pick out.
Oh, that's the whole point, right? If you're going for the win, you don't want to be seen.
No.
Don't want to be found.
Yeah. Other than the fact that she's wearing a yellow jersey. There's that. But I mean, she's like very sneaky in a great bicycle racing way. For those of you who are new to the sport of cycling, if you've ever seen an elite race like this one that we have here at the Redlands Bicycle Classic, back in the day, team directors could talk to their riders via two-way radio. So Lauren, if Lauren was racing, she'd have her radio in her pocket and an earpiece in her ear, and then all of a sudden they stopped it. They're like, nope, no racers can have radios. So there was a race, and it can only be Cat 1 and 2.
Well, there are other forms of communication. We used to have a whiteboard, and on the whiteboard there would be signs, signals, just like you see in the NFL plays across the field. We had the same situation if we didn't have a radio.
Maybe kind of like motocross, when the gas man and the supporters of the motocross races, when they'd come through, they'd flash that board.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, we got intel from Marcy and the whole crew, the staff. Between our timers and officials, they're all crack on it. Lauren, do you know after that sprint? Nope. The gap is now down to 8 seconds for the overall. Oh, we forgot about the time bonus, did we not?
But it says right there on the piece of paper that
Right
we're
there.
reading.
You mean right there on this piece of paper that tells us it's a time bonus?
We've been out here for a little while. Thank you. Thank you for our race officials for that intel.
Is 8 seconds a lot?
Nope. Especially not for tomorrow, especially not for the end of this race.
So that last sprint was for time bonus, and that's the entire weekend. Who does it matter to, the time bonus? To the sprinters or to the overall?
Our overall leader.
Overall?
So this is going to be Lawrence and Emily Ulrich battle.
How about we do a two-place preem from my good friends at Cyclery USA and Landmark Coffee. Thank you again to our good friends at Landmark and Cyclery USA. All right, and here they come, and then we're going to do a two-place cash preem. Two-place cash preem. Two-place cash preem. Cycler USA and Landmark Coffee. All right, all right, let's start this over, Chad. We just threw out $200, compliments of our good friend, no, $70 from Cyclery and Landmark Coffee. If you're hanging out and you have good friends in Poughkeepsie, we are live streaming this. So go to Redlands Cycling Classic website and you'll see it front and center. Let them know. Or if you're from Mississippi, call your friends up down there in Mississippi and let them know that we got bike racing going on. All right, we've got a sprint for points, not time, not cash. Ringing a bell for points. I guarantee you the next race you go to, there's not going to be nearly as this much going on. I love it. All right, riders, we've got sprint points. Sprint points on the next lap. Tell you what, Kenna Pfeiffer's getting a little greedy. So what happens? Kenna Pfeiffer racing on one of the best teams in America. She's won 3 preems. She's getting $300. She's gonna go home and eat like a champ.
Oh, she
Or
split it with her teammates.
oh,
She's up there working on for a reason. Look, they're looking for the overall GC.
what
Nobody-
about? Do the team directors get anything?
I don't think so. That's their call, not mine. I don't know. That's usually, I don't know. Every team is different. We have done a split with our directors in the past. And then there's times that you split with the mechanic. And then there's times you don't split with anybody. And then there's times you split with your teammates.
The famous saying, "Hey, I won and no split."
If you're not going to split with anybody, you're not going to be on the team for much longer.
You are not going to be on the team much longer. Sharing is caring, and if you win money, you split it with the team. Or else you won't have a team. I am so glad the meteorologists in LA were wrong.
Here we go, Chad. Sprint point coming up right here. Olivia, no problem. Emily Ehrlich, Lauren Stevens. Just making sure no one tries to go off the front without her.
In case we have forgotten, just in case, in my hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina, Lauren Stevens approached me yesterday and she goes, "Hey, Chad, do you remember that time when you forgot who I was?" And I was like, "I remember it very well. It was her first appearance at the national and elite level in Charlotte, a big-time criterium in Uptown, and she was going against some of the best sprinters in the history, Laura Van Gilder, Tina Pick, Teresa Cliff Ryan. I'm making the call because I'm going to nail it. She's sprinting against the biggest sprinters in the world. Had no idea who she was. And I was like, and the winner is, I have no clue. And she called me out on it 2 days ago. I said, it's Lauren Stevens. So the moral of the story is, just because Lauren can climb, just because she's in the yellow jersey, doesn't mean she can't sprint for the win. Don't judge a book by its cover. 5 to go, and we are still together. Nobody's been able to crack the peloton and acquiescing to a breakaway. Now it's Virginia Blue Ridge. Then it's B Block Turn. Then it's Virginia's Blue Ridge. And then it's Team Winston-Salem. That's your top 4. Uh-oh, and Lauren's losing a couple riders off the back.
Yeah, I think that was kind of expected. They've kind of been back there most of the day. This course does not lend to you sitting on the back and being able to stay on the entire race. What we're seeing through this start-finish line is where most people think that they're going to want to move up because it opens up and it's not as technical. But guess what? This is an uphill drag all the way to the first turn from the last turn. It is not easy. If you burn a match right here moving up, guess what? You're going to lose it on the backside.
You're going to lose it on the backside.
Position and start all over. You got to learn how to be in good position from that first turn all the way through turn 3, 4, 5, and hold position through the start-finish line.
You use that term, move up. That's one of my favorite terms because I have a story. I was doing a race, I forgot how many years ago, whatever, but there's these parents that kept yelling at their son, move up, move up, move up. And he was struggling, but he was hanging on. Next lap, he comes through. His mom yells at him, move up, and he yells back, if I could, I would, Mom and Dad, leave me alone. I was like, well, there we go.
Famous
that was great.
last words, man. That's what, not everybody can be at the front. There's so many places up there. There's so much room. There's so much strength. And that's the thing is when someone yells at you, it's like, you're stating the obvious, man. I want to be at the front. I can't.
You think I want to be back here? No, we're not. I think we've got one more. A gambler. 200. So they're going to see 3 or 2. And Virginia Blue Ridge is taken to the front. Riley McMullen is the sweep. So, Lauren, we saw blue, 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 green, blue. What does that mean?
Go fish. Means that Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028 has full coverage of the front of this race with their teammate in the green jersey, Olivia Cummings. Sitting on all of them is Lauren Stevens. I also saw someone that we haven't talked about, one of the collegiate all-stars wearing the USA national kit, being directed by Rachel Heel. Again, talking about riders that we haven't talked about and probably don't know, and hopefully we will have a new name today. One of the collegiate riders.
So we're going to add a little bit of intrigue to this race. We're going to call it a gambler preem. What in the heck is a gambler preem, Kenny Rogers?
You are so mean, Chad.
I am.
That is the worst. It's usually the biggest pot of money at the end of the day. That's not the finish line money.
Right, so you got to sprint twice.
If that's the gamble, can you?
Yep.
Can you?
And they call it a gambler because you're gambling that you're going to get the money and then stay away?
Or you're going to get back in the pocket and be able to sprint
out
again?
the back. Well, this is coming from IEOMFS. $200. You know what, though? We're not surprising them. Because every team director is like, oh, by the way, Lauren decided to do a gambler preem.
No. This was not my decision. And if I had to guess who's going to take it, it's going to be Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028. Who's going to come around that?
Well, you nailed it. I was like, it's going to be too fast for anybody to sprint around them.
Or is somebody like this collegiate all-star going to go for the money, have the cash, split amongst your
Pull
team?
out.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Attention riders. $200 gambler preem. $200. $200 gambler preem. Lauren, the legend, I'm going to agree with you. If you're winning it, you're not. If you're winning the gambler, you're not winning the race.
Almost guaranteed.
100%.
Not 100%. That's gambling.
Oh. Playing with house money.
Also saw Heather Fisher of Analog Racing up in the mix. More of a gravel racer, road racer at heart. Turned gravel back into road racing, likes to dabble in all of it. Take your chances.
Yeah, I mean, gravel racing's almost like crit racing anymore. I mean, trust me, last gravel race I was in, I was bumped more in the first 5 miles in the gravel race than I've ever been in a crit. Well, last opportunity for Redlands to bang on the barriers when they come back through for our pro women until sunset.
I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors and everyone that's in the expo up there. I hope it's been a great day. Hope you guys have had a lot of fun out here, and we've got another big race coming up. So stick around for the men's pro 1-2 race coming up next.
Coming up next, good friends at Serve Pro offering up recovery, cleanup, and also title sponsorship. You guys behave up there.
No. Let her rip.
All right, Lauren, ladies and gentlemen, we have one to go. One to go. One lap to go. Well, that was just circumstance. Ehrlich was there because she was next in line to take a big pull. She gets the gambler $200. Yeah, Lauren, who you got?
We were just talking right here. I guess I'm going to pick Olivia Cummings for the win.
All right.
Olympic track athlete, phenomenal bike racer, got the green jersey, has won every sprint handedly. Got a great team around her.
She's fast. You know who else was pretty fast 2 days ago?
Who's that?
Sabo. And hold on a second. I'm not playing favorites. She earned it. She lit this field up 2 days ago.
That's correct.
Yeah, and according to John, she was third wheel, so she was in a quote-unquote sweet spot. I think Virginia's Blue Ridge has a few weapons, just gonna say it. But if Lauren wins this, that would be a huge stamp.
That'd be a huge upset. That would be a huge upset.
First out of the turn is maybe the burn, and here they come. Up and over, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2026 champion, Sabo!
I have never heard a Redlands crowd this loud before. This is awesome.
I literally have goosebumps. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Stage 4 champion, Ella Sabo! Hopefully we'll have time to get a quick word with Ella. All right, if we can get a quick word with Ella.
Hopefully Ella comes back around. See if Chad Andrews can't get a word with her. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Ella Sabo.
Ella, I have one question. I don't know how we're going to top that, Redlands. That was unbelievable. A mic drop moment. Hey, top 10 in jersey wearers. FYI. Top 10 in jersey wearers. Please be aware that you will be called up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to your mayor, Mark, and we have a very special guest before our men's professional bike race.
Thank you, Chad, and hello, Redlands. We are so excited to have you here. We're excited for the beginning of the men's pro criterium. It's going to be an awesome afternoon of racing. We dialed up some perfect weather, and we just saw an amazing finish in the women's race, so I'm sure we're going to see some great racing from the men. But before we get to that, this race is not possible without just a ton of sponsors, many of them local, but many of them have a kind of a loose connection to cycling. However, this year we have a new presenting sponsor, and for those who aren't aware, presenting sponsor really is the kind of the top shelf. They've done a lot for this race, not just financially, but really getting involved in the event and getting behind it. And so for the first time ever, we have a presenting sponsor that is actually racing in the USAC Crits tomorrow because he is a licensed racer and he happens to own a company called Serve Pro, and it's Serve Pro Team Jeffrey Paget. And so we are thrilled to have Jeffrey Paget here with us to accept this award and say a couple words. So Jeff, come on up. Talk to your fans.
All right, first of all, I'm no Ella Sable. Probably like 15 miles an hour slower. But I am a local business owner in town. I just want to thank everyone here in this community that has
Pro and Team Jeffrey Paget.
And ladies and gentlemen, while this photo's being and a team to make it work, and title sponsorship means everything. So please put your hands together for Serve Pro and Team Jeffrey Paget. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at that moment. It is the final race of Crit Day here at the Redlands Bicycle Classic. Without further ado, we are to our top racers. Ladies and gentlemen, our first call up, he's currently in the yellow Angeles Eder Fair. Our best amateur rider, racing for Team Winston-Salem, Owen Cole. In our red KOM Climbers jersey for APS Pro Cycling, Ethan Dunham. In our Sprinters jersey, racing for Kelly Benefit Strategies, Roland Monnier. Currently sitting third overall for Project Echelon, Eric Brunner. Currently in fourth overall for Kelly Benefit Strategies, Jack DeMar. In fifth overall for Team Unknown, Joe Laverick. Sixth place in the pink for Speed Block Turin, Nate Merritt Martin. Currently residing in seventh place overall for APS Pro, Patrick Welch. Eighth overall for Competitive Edge, Marcus Shelton. He's holding down the ninth spot for Competitive Edge Racing, Nick Maraway. And 10th for Modern Adventure Pro Cycling's Ian Lopez de San Ramon. Gentlemen, if you would kindly come to the line. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of Saturday Crit Day at Redlands Bicycle Classic. We have our timers ready. All right, hey gentlemen, we got to do pre-race. Forgot about that.
At 10 to go, free laps end at 5 to go. You do have 2 pits right after the start finish, then again at turn 4. As a reminder, you have 5 intermediate. The line by me, you will be given a calculated time. If you ride off, it will be a DNF.
And day after day after yesterday's race, some of these guys haven't done it before. That was sneaky hard yesterday.
Oh, yesterday was 100% hard. We saw the carnage out the back of the peloton. Redemption day today for a lot of these guys. Eloan says, yeah, that's right.
Hey, L1, France is watching, dude, so you better be ready. L1, his team, his roommate's watching. Over in Nice, France. Two and a half minutes, gentlemen. Look how they're chilled out, man. The Alinka guys back there soaking it all in.
How about all the way back? Jameson just,
Oh, Team Jameson is going to do a time trial to bridge up.
Michael Garrison, no big deal. It's all good.
Two minutes, gentlemen, 2 minutes. Hey, look at the crowd starting to surround us. Beautiful weather, backdrop, Redlands Bicycle Classic. I'm with Lauren Hall, the legend. When are you going to embrace that? Just give up and just do it. I was ready to go. Gentlemen, just over a minute. They look pretty chill. I think we unchill them. Oh, yeah. Get a little action, get these guys all fired up. 1 minute. Let the battle ensue. Mentally right here, physically in about 30 seconds. Hopefully everyone here in Redlands, their heart rate is elevated just a little bit.
Also want to say thank you to some of these guys that came down to support the kids earlier today.
25 seconds. And 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out of here! All right, we should see him any second now. First lap is always nervous energy.
How about the first 5 laps?
V formation is intact. It looks like Corey is on the front from Legion of Los Angeles. And it is. Corey's going to grab that first lap.
Again, the question is, will Legion of Los Angeles want to control this entire race for their team leader?
Yeah, and what is Modern Adventure Pro speed work? Speed block, speed. This isn't your standard Sunday afternoon criterium in the middle of nowhere. This is Redlands Bicycle Classic Crit. All right, they are cleaning up and making work out of this. One rider trying to jump away. All right, we've got her in the USA Elite. That's rider number 2. And we're going to do a preem on the next lap. Up first is Epic Engineers, $200 cash. Thanks to our good friends at Epic. And again, this is so many great preems. So Epic Engineers tossing out $200 cash on this next lap. $200 cash on the next lap. $200 cash. 200. Surwich, $200 cash for all racers. $200 cash. $200. All racer preem, 200. All right, so we've thrown out $200 cash. The winner of the next lap is going to grab it. One is going to guess that it might be Surwich, but we're going to find out. All right, attention everyone. We are going to be doing our women's podium here in just a few moments. All right, Surwich just picks up that cash. One hour and 30 minutes. You're on battery? We're slowly letting you guys roll into this race.
First time, if you couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. I think you did great.
Thanks. I'll keep my day job.
All right, so we're going to double up. We're going to do back-to-back preems. Our good friends from RWBT. The penultimate day here at Redlands Bicycle Classic. So, we're going to go back to back from our good friends at RWBTZ and Primate Aflame. Two-place cash preem. Two-place cash preem. Two-place cash preem. Two-place cash preem, $100 and $100. All right, so first place and second place get the point. I mean, the prize. And we're going to add insult to this. We're going to do back-to-back preems on the next lap. This one's going to be a sprint points. 7, 5, 3, and 1. You know, you'd think after doing this for 30 years I would get the whole sprint points thing, but clearly not.
It's been a long day.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. Attention riders, sprint points on the next lap. Sprint points on the next lap. Sprint points, sprint points. All right, so just gave out the cash. Now this is for sprint points. I think we're going to see a little bit of interest in these points, especially those athletes that are in the know for the green jersey.
See if we don't have Kelly Benefits up here doing a little bit of protection mode. Here we go. Sprints open up early. There you go, Kelly Benefits.
Yeah, that was a bit messy. I hope you got that, Lauren, because I did not.
I got the first two. I think that's a lot of what matters.
Hey, ladies and team managers, if you have not gone, now is the time. If you've not picked up your money from your preems, now is the time. I think it's time for, we still have an hour of crit racing to go. So Lauren says, let's give away some money. And I'm like, all right.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Give it away, give it away. We're going to give away some RWPTC and Primate a Flame. One hour of crit racing left to go. We should see our men diving into that final turn in a second. We're going to do a preem. 3-place cash preem. 3 places. Cash on the next lap, cash. RWBTC and gourmet pizza. Three deep means first 3 riders across the line are going to pick it up. This is where it gets exciting. The riders that aren't necessarily looking for an overall position or a jersey like to hear cash preem incentivizes them just a little bit more.
They sure do, but like we've seen in the women's race, it's been one team kind of dominating, just sitting on the front, controlling the race. Legion of Los Angeles, is that?
57 and 5. 157 and 5.
Marcus Shelton making a move off the front.
So that was Shelton.
Feel it.
55 minutes of bike racing left to go.
What time's your dinner? 5:30, I'm told. No, 6:30. And then 7.
Tomorrow is sunset, which is like a perfect way to finish a great race week.
Chad, we got a break of 2. Michael Garrison, Marcus Shelton.
There was 100% chance that Michael Garrison was going to go. 100. He is one of the most aggressive riders in the pro peloton. Check, check. All right.
Check, check, Mike. Give you some more. What do we got? We got 2 off the front. Two strong, formidable riders. But can they hold off a peloton? I don't think so.
Michael is dogged in his pursuit to attack. If he doesn't succeed one time, he's gonna do it again.
And I really think this next sprint we're going to have coming up for points and time bonus could be crucial for those top 3. We have Owen Cole sitting 1 second off of Ederfer. Eric Bruner also 1 second off of that lead rider. Jack DeMar 9 seconds. So these guys are going to be hunting for a little bit of time, see if they can't grab the jersey before heading into sunset tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that none of those guys are going to get it. I'm serious. They're not going to get it. Their teammates will steal the time bonuses to protect them. And they don't have to go out. I could be wrong. Here's your 2 guys. Garrison rolling away. Now Project Echelon is trying to chase. What do you think that was all about?
Till McBurney having a conversation with his teammate there.
Do we chase? Do we not chase? What do we do? Big shout out to our title sponsor, Serve Pro, Jack Roos, Stater Brothers, Arrowhead Orthopedics, Loma Linda University. Well, I guess we might as well. Primum! Engineering Resolutions of SoCal.
But if the breakaway is still established, are you going to preem those guys or the peloton?
Now we're going to do a back-to-back. We're going to do A preem for the leaders and then a preem for the chasers.
Well, here you go, Chad. That answers that question. The break is still away. These two guys definitely working together. Not much of a gap, though. The peloton is keeping them close. Project Echelon leading the charge, followed by Legion of Los Angeles.
Project Echelon and Legion are keeping tight reins on the front of that bike race.
For the time bonus sprint, if I had to guess.
They know it's coming up soon. All right, on the next lap, I promise, we're going to toss out the cash from our good friends at Emergency Resources and the Smith family. Thank you guys for your contributions to today's race. We are going to do something fancy here. Front row. We're going to do sprint points and time bonus. I got the time bonus. 3, 2, 1. Easy. All right, gentlemen, we have sprint points and time bonus. Sprint points and time bonus. Sprint points and time bonus on this lap. Jumped the gun a little bit, but hey, these guys were measured and ready. It's a twofer. And again, this is interesting because you have the sprinters and the overall GC all battling for the same sprint. For the sprinters, it's points. For the overall leaders, it's time. In other words, it's going to be a little bit more of bad intentions on this lap. They're going to swing way wide.
Project Echelon coming out the gate hot right there, scooping up.
So 67 and 31 get the time bonuses. So Brunner, very, very smart racing for Eric Brunner from Project Echelon. Stole 3 seconds from Eder Frere. Well, well. Now that I'm doing my North Carolina math, Eric Brunner is now your virtual leader. So, very interesting that Legion didn't send somebody up the road to try to steal that time. The gap was only 1 second. And now, after one single sprint, Eric Brunner is now virtually in the yellow jersey. Now, of course, we're going to need confirmation, but if my math is correct, he is now the virtual overall leader.
But there will also be time bonuses at the finish, 10.64. So can he keep it? How will he do in the overall? Time will tell. Does he have the team to bring him to the finish? Tag cycling trying to be advantageous of the relaxed peloton right now, going on the attack.
Adding that time bonus in has changed everything temporarily. Eric Brunner, Project Echelon, is in the virtual overall leader's jersey. So the legend says premium, premium. So we are going to premium 2 places, $300 cash and $100 cash on the next. Prayer, that would be 5,204 pesos. My has now been usurped by Brunner as your virtual overall leader.
Chad, no matter what happens today, that's going to be a beautiful battle tomorrow as well. And we are hearing a bit of inclement weather coming in tomorrow. So add another little bit of chaos and confusion to the day. Throw in some bad weather. It's always interesting.
And don't forget, we have another rider that's only a second back as well. So we've got 3 riders within 3 seconds of each other. Corey Williams is doing work for Legion of Los Angeles. Every single lap he's on the front, trying to keep this race safe for his teammate, Eder Frere. So this is the bell, and I'm gonna ring it. I promise. Compliments our good friends at Smith Family and Engineering Resolution.
Hey, the school duel was a very early start. We've been here since 8 a.m., but so good to see so many of y'all, and maybe a couple of y'all have been out here since then. Had the kids out here cheering them on.
And every single one of those people that are across there in the sun. I fly 5 hours. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow. All right, I promise this time we're gonna ring the bell.
Chad, all together.
300 and 100. Two-place preem. 300, 100. Two-place preem. We ain't messing around up here. So, want to thank our good friends in Engineering Resolutions and, of course, Smith family for giving up that cash, 300 and 100. And it's been Legion all over the front. And Lauren, my guess would be they are trying to keep Eder Frere out of any possible situation by staying present and near the front.
And double down on anybody trying to put in there for those intermediate points, but I don't really think that bothers Eder or the team too terribly much because he's such a great sprinter as well as all-rounder.
If you're in the back there, and we ring the bell for cash, and you've got Legion on the front, got his single file, your incentive to kind of jump out of the peloton and get that money is far less.
Okay, I'm going to go back in place.
Just a little
ahead, guys.
effort.
You're doing great up there. I'm going to go back here, but thank you for that little bit.
Then after I'm done, I'm going to go back in.
Yeah. Probably not.
The legend will stay off the front. The rest of us will go back in the middle. All right, this is for that cash. All right, Team Unknown looks like they're going to try to light the lamp for it. Corey grabbed it.
Corey says, I don't think so.
He grabbed the 300 for Legion.
Team Unknown does still come away with cash because we went too deep on that.
That's Bashore right there grabbing it.
I have a feeling that Corey was doing the eye down of like, what do you think you're doing? This is our money.
There's that Toyota Redlands pace car. Lauren, tell us a little bit about, so normally in regional racing, the Pro 1-2 criterium is about an hour.
Yes.
You add 30, is that right? 33% more? No. Anyway, 30 minutes more. That 30 minutes is an eternity. What you're used to and what we're offering, two completely different animals.
Definitely. A lot of times you just start with one bottle or a half a bottle. You don't need that much weight going around the corners. It's all about aerodynamics. But you know what? Something like this, stage 4 on a stage race, you're going to need a little bit more in the tank.
Get up there, Jonas. Come on, Jonas.
Well, Michael Garrison on the front again. So Team Unknown's Michael Garrison back to the front. We have not had a breakaway, have we?
The only time that we had a bit of a breakaway was just Marcus Shelton and Michael Garrison for that
couple of laps.
I should rephrase that. A breakaway that's got a chance.
Correct.
None,
Again,
right?
Like you were saying.
We have not got a seriously dangerous situation with a breakaway yet.
No. But just as you were saying, to your point, it's a longer race, longer crit. We are right at 55, 56 minutes. Guess what they have? They still have 30 some odd minutes to race still.
We're probably going to see a lot of people getting popped in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just you're holding on and just like hoping that Lauren and Chad do not ring the bell anymore. Sorry. We just can't help it. I mean, we've got so many preems up here. And as soon as I say that, sprint points. All right, attention riders. Sprint points on the next lap. Sprint points on the next lap. Sprint points. Sprint points on the next lap.
And Chad, what I have not seen is the sprint jersey.
So we haven't seen, you're saying you haven't seen the green jersey, right?
Correct.
Wow. Well, we're going to have to look for that. The race is so fast, nobody can really launch for sprint points or for cash preems. Lauren, do you fancy somebody that's not in the overall, somebody that's not got any points, whatever, might try to steal it for their team? And what I mean by steal is that if you're not feeling great and you're high up in the overall for jerseys, one of your teammates will actually jump out of the group and try to take points from other teams. How do you fancy now with an hour or 30 minutes to go?
Well, what we have seen the first two sprints for sure is Roland Munier's teammate taking the sprints. So maybe that's exactly the name of the game of what they're playing right now.
I got a feeling that's how it's going.
Well, we're about to find out as they come around the corner. Three guys off the front right here.
Who's going to get maximum points? All right, so 21 got that.
Chad, we're also seeing Ryan Drummond of Competitive Edge Racing going after the points. He got second the first point, sprint points, nothing the next two, and then wins that sprint point. We'll see if that doesn't move him up a bit.
So that's 12, right? You said second and first? So that's 12 points. Let's add that on to... That's 19 points. I haven't seen Meunier. Carr, nope. Brunner. So I think it might be Brunner that's got a slight edge right now. TBD. Up next, Cycler USA Preem. $50 cash from the Cycler USA.
Well, looky what we have here, guys. Bit of a breakaway trying to establish. These guys were pushing forward. Preem next lap, guys. Preem next lap to the whole field. Preem, yeah. I just didn't have hands to ring the bell.
All right, Lauren. So we have intel for you. Thanks to the guys that are doing our timing and one to go. So here it is. Andrew Carr from Volair Factory Racing has 24 sprint points, and Ryan Drummond from Competitive Edge has 20.
Well, we were close on our maths.
You mean like close, like proximity to you or I, or?
Hey, he's sitting in second place. We weren't that far off. Again, we're also playing the race within the race and trying to keep up with GC, sprint, climber, best amateur, stage win. We want to keep up with that too, so it's a lot going on for us as well.
And even the two of us together don't formulate a full brain, especially since we started at 8. That's why we have officials in timing.
Up and away.
Well, we talked about Michael Garrison. He is an incredible crit racer. I mean, that guy can race crits. He's in the breakaway game. We think Andrew Carr is in that move, and we just talked about him. Dirk was telling me, yes, Volair Factory Racing. So not only is he in the green jersey, but he's trying to get up the road for a win. All right, let's see if this is the case. 1, 15 seconds to 3. 15 seconds to 3. Gentlemen, 15 seconds to 3. All right, so Garrison is not a threat. He's a threat to win the stage, but not a threat to the overall. All three riders, Carr is the one that's going to benefit the most because he is sitting in a green jersey. It is. It's Ryan Drummond. Sprinter's jersey, yeah, right. Ugh. Get it straight, Chad.
No, you're good, man. Between the two of us.
Andrew Carr, Ryan Drummond. That's why I got it messed up. There's your leaders right now. And now it's been Corey Williams, 3 laps on the front. And again, I don't know that they're terribly concerned with that breakaway because nobody in that breakaway has got any threat to the general classification. But the reason why it looks like Corey is chasing, he's not. If it happens to be a benefit that he catches the group, he's just trying to keep it fast and trying to keep his teammate Eder Frere out of trouble. The Redlands Bicycle Classic 2026. We're going to do a $200 cash premium from our good friends at IEOMFS and Landmark Coffee. 2 places. Attention riders. 2 place preem. 2 place preem on the next lap. I should have preemed them and then preemed the field. Dar. Lap number 4 of Corey Williams on the front. I don't know. That is an awfully long time for Corey Williams to be on the front. I'm going to guess in 10 minutes he will be done. Then it's up to Eder Frere.
What about Tyler Williams?
Well, Tyler's sitting back waiting to take his turn on the front.
Yeah.
Corey Williams, it's kind of like, was it a week ago when the space shuttle or the rocket took off?
Artemis.
You've got the big thrust, which is Corey. Then, once those burn off, then you're going to have the auxiliary power. That will be Tyler Williams to jettison Eder Frere to the finish line. Good? All right.
Love it.
It's the best I got.
That's pretty good.
And did I ring the bell? Oh, I did.
And you will this lap, too.
Yep, for points.
And we're on laps to go now.
10 to go.
Yes, this day is our Woo.
10 to go. Are they going to sprint it or split it?
Split it. These guys are working too well together to stop now.
All right, Garrison gets the 2. Oh, yeah, Corey has done his work, and now he's hanging on like a thread. Next lap is going to be our sprint points. I'm testing you guys. I swear.
Still 9 laps to go.
Has Garrison gotten off the front? At least in our view, he has not decided to get anywhere off the front.
What I'm noticing is Andrew Carr on the back, head bobbing
He
back
was
and forth, struggling.
There's called, gentlemen, you've got 3 up the road.
A little bit of change of pace right here at the front of this peloton. Completely different look than what we've seen in the past. Corey pulled off, job done. All of Legion is now backed off. Too much too soon?
That's so confusing to me. So, the strategy.
For who?
Yes. For Legion, for Project Echelon. Legion clearly wanted to dominate the past 20 laps with Corey. Now I guess they're turning it over maybe to Project Echelon. We're going to find out on the next lap. Whatever colors are on the front, that's who's the one that is going to take control now. But there will be a fight that Lauren and I are going to discuss coming up probably in the next 6 laps.
I do like that this opens up the advantage for the front 3 when you don't have one solid team on the front. It was just 1s and 2s. Now, do they have the strength and the camaraderie to work well enough together to hold that break in check, or is it now about to bust open a little bit wider?
And then, Lauren, that's a great point. The more riders you have as teammates at the front, the more that you can be comfortable that you're going to be delivered. 3 seconds. 6 seconds. There's your breakaway. 10 seconds. 11, 12.
And Andrew Carr is hanging on by a thread. Now, we can't see what's happening on the backside. Is he doing a lot of work after turn 1?
No, I think he's hanging on for dear life. 30 seconds. They are Gone gone. 8 to go. 8 to go. 8 laps to go. In order for them to be caught, Lauren, it's going to take one team to send all their riders to the front to try to deliver the win.
We did see APS Pro Cycling right there on the front. Wonder if they're going to try and help protect Patrick Welch's position in GC. Kelly Benefits was sitting second wheel. Not sure if APS is doing all the work or if they're trading.
They're certainly adding to the firepower at the front, that's for sure. got multiple things unfolding here. We've got the breakaway, and just as important, one rider in the breakaway has potential to get a jersey. Yeah, Andrew. Huh?
Sprinter's jersey.
The sprinter's jersey, correct.
Let's see if we can't identify the sprinter's jersey in the peloton.
Yeah, we need to look for Meunier, don't we? Because we have not seen him at all.
Modern Adventure in the house again. Good to see y'all here.
30 seconds, gentlemen, 30 seconds.
The closer Andrew Carr gets to the finish, the better he's gonna feel.
Is that, you're going to go with that?
I am, as a sprinter. The green jersey, I don't know if anybody else did.
Nope, I did not either.
That does not bode well.
Well, that's why we haven't seen him. Poor kid crashed earlier in the race. Oh, that is a bummer. Well, it's it. It's on. 5 laps left to go when they come back around. We're going to throw out sprint points on top of that. I think the sprint points is going to upset the apple cart, and it's going to be an absolute fracas.
It's unfortunate to lose the jersey.
Do you kind of, if you're Legion, back off and let them fight for it? Because there is going to be a very, very mixed group of riders that are going to go for it. But right now, they're not going to get the win. All right, point sprint on the next lap, gentlemen. Point sprint. Point sprint on the next lap. Oh, man, that gap is coming down. Sprint lap for everyone. Sprint lap. "15 seconds. They took half of it off in one lap. There's a saying in the sport of cycling, you never want to catch the breakaway too early because you run the risk of getting counterattacked by another team. So measure your effort as a team that has an overall leader in Legion. They've now turned it over to Kelly Benefit Strategies, and it looks like Eder Frere has only got one teammate left. That's going to be Jim Brown, the Brit. Jim Brown and Eder Frere, and that is it. And you're going to see the peloton, the chase group, going after the final points.
Also with time bonuses on the finish. Again, we got to look back to the overall GC picture. Like you said, like maybe they'll let this sprint point go down, and then you got to bring it back.
Jerseys flipped. Yep, Owen Cole for Team Winston-Salem. Now, where is he in the fracas? That's 3 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7,
Are they going to just
8.
let Andrew Carr take those Sprint
9,
bonuses right there.
10 seconds with 5 to go. 10 seconds, 10 seconds to 3. Oh boy. Eder Frere has only got one teammate left, and that's Jim Brown. He no longer has a cocoon of Legion. He's got one bullet left.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely, Jim Brown. Choose wisely. Jim is there to protect Eder. That's it. That's his job. And Eder, of course, Legion of Los Angeles in the yellow jersey. And you know what, Lauren? We were just talking about it. The work that Corey Williams, did for the team, man, I sure hope it pays off, but there is not much protection left for Eder Frere.
Now, I'm just thinking about Project Echelon now. What would be your game plan to counter knowing that you only have 2 riders left for Legion of Los Angeles? Can you stack up your team long enough that Eder doesn't have the chance to sprint around that? He's got such a good sprint, though. It's going to be hard to beat.
Does Jim try to lead out Eder, or does he try to take time? I'm going to guess that he leaves Eder and tries to get as much time bonuses erased as possible. 4 to go, guys. 4 laps to go. 4 to go, 4 to go, 4 to go, 4 to go.
A little bit of bumping going on right there. Eder Frere is fighting for that 4th position. Kelly Benefit still on the front of this race, wanting to bring back that group of 3. Andrew Carr is hanging on for dear life in that front group.
Lauren, that group of 3, I'm envisioning an African safari. And they're antelope, and they've been running free everywhere, and then all of a sudden they're starting to get wounded, and you've got a ton of lions back there that want to pounce.
Fair play. Don't take your hands off the bars. Give a little elbow. That's all right.
I don't know, this smacks of Jim Brown, but I think of him having to protect Eder Frere. That's why it's confusing me in my brain. Because Jim is there to protect Eder.
Yeah.
No, they want the win and for Jim Brown to steal points. And time bonus, that's it. Let Eder Frere be there. Eder probably won't win. Of course, we've been wrong before. Eder won yesterday in a blistering sprint.
Do you believe what he just said? Yesterday, you bet all your money, every chip, in on Eder Frere. Today, you're saying he probably won't win?
Well, this is a different race, Lauren. This is a criterium. I'm not saying Eder's not going to have the jersey. I'm just saying there are horses for courses. Now, if Eder gets the sprint, then I'm going to put my mic down and go to Mexico. Oh, I missed my opportunity. 3 to go, and those guys look like they are done for the day. 3 to go. Then you think about Jack DeMar for Kelly Benefits. He is only 9 seconds off the overall win and lead.
You got to think that's exactly why those 2 riders are on the front, busting their hearts out, wanting to bring that break back. And once they're in sight,
That's all she wrote. Those
That's
guys.
it.
They know it. I bet when they come back around, it's going to be all back together, Chad.
No. Oh, I think so, but the curious question is, which team is taking over the front? Because it's over. If you're not on the front or near the front, your race is over. Which team? Stage win, jerseys, overall leaders. There's so much up for discussion after it's over.
It's who's got the most manpower left.
Ladies and gentlemen, brand new. Two to go.
Kelly Benefits on the front still. We were wondering who it was going to be to take control and keep control. I think we just answered that question.
Sammy and Lizzie, let me guess who you guys are pulling for.
Modern Adventure.
You guys are pulling for Carolina. And Maddie, of course.
They've been at every single stage this week. Thank you for coming out. You're on spring break. You weren't missing any school.
All right, you guys, do an inhale. Breathe it in. This is your last lap. Remember, bang on the barriers when they come through, drown out Lauren and I. Oh, wait, Legend. Sorry.
Get it right, brother. Get it right.
Oh, look at everybody. You can hear it. You can hear a pin drop right now.
Here we go, Chad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one to go! One to go! Redlands, you guys have been amazing today. Only one more lap. You wonder what's going on the backside. Elbows are being thrown, knee kicks, body slams.
Project Echelon had the most men left standing. There they were on the front, trying to get that jersey back for Eric Berner.
You're exactly right, Lauren. They're trying to get the win and the jersey. Little mic drop moment here for you guys. We should see the pace moto any minute now. The lights are flashing red. Down at the final turn. Here comes your moto. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 champion is Tim. Hey, Lauren,
Talk
who
to
did
me,
I
Ted.
pick?
Jim Brown. Jim Brown.
Corey's like, I did all that work. Jim better have grabbed it. Kudos to Los Angeles, Legion of Los Angeles. All right, if we can get a Legion of Los Angeles rep to have Jim Brown come back to the finish line. Jim Brown, Legion of Los Angeles. Not only did he deliver himself to the win, but the question then becomes, does Eder Frere take back the yellow jersey? And usually you can tell by the celebration at the final turn who won. Jim, when you get a chance, come on back here, buddy. We're going to do a quick interview. Thank you, Lauren. You can bring it down. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. Legion of Los Angeles, Jim Brown with the W today. Run us through it. Corey doing mad work at the front. Frere back there being protected.
One goal, and then if I could win the stage, that was good. But yeah, here Eder might not be in the jersey anymore, so that's kind of sad. But
But this one has to be special for you.
yeah, honestly, the first time I did this crit in 2024, I absolutely hated it. I just couldn't get it right. All the corners getting it wrong, stuck in the bunch, people getting in my way.
And don't forget our podium presentation. Lauren Legend will be doing our podium here in just a moment.